Hey guys, today I'm going to be reviewing the new Joji EP in Tongues. So I don't know if you're not familiar with George. George Miller, aka Joji, aka Filthy Frank, aka Pink Guy, is a multifaceted artist, and this is sort of his adventure into serious music, which he's had some previous songs and stuff before that he's released under this name, the Joji name, but this is his first sort of serious compilation of songs, as far as I know. I don't want to get too much into all of his other endeavors, because I know that he sort of wants to treat this like this is his like serious music project. So I just kind of want to ignore all the other stuff. And I mean, he's a insanely talented dude, from his comedian stuff to his comedy albums to his just the artistry that this guy has is insane. So Joji makes these lo-fi R&B songs where there's just usually just like a piano, some really lo-fi drums, and that's pretty much it as far as like the instrumental goes. And then it just sort of has him doing these like a lot of like falsetto, like soft kind of in the background vocals. And I think this record is it's simple. It's simplicity at its finest. I think there's really not a whole lot going on in these songs, but they don't really need it. They come together really nicely for being so simple. I think he does it really well. And then Joji, his voice, that'd be like my major critique. But I don't think it's not necessarily a bad thing. But he doesn't have sort of like the classic idea of like a really good voice, but he makes it work so well in these songs where he works with his own voice. Like it's almost like because he kind of knows that he's not the most talented vocalist on the planet, but he makes it work in these super lo-fi R&B tracks, sort of alternative R&B. And I think it's a genre that has been a little dry lately. I'm not blaming The Weeknd, but I'm blaming The Weeknd. And it's just there hasn't been a lot of good releases as of recent, and this is sort of different than anything else I've ever heard, just because it's so simple. But yeah, it's got a somber tone throughout the whole record, super personal lyrics, a lot of stuff about past loves and stuff, but he doesn't really use like a lot of cliches. It's sort of a really personal take on it, but that's still really relatable without being too cliche. So getting right into track by track on this thing. Will He, which was a single that he dropped for this record, or for this EP rather. I think it's the best song on the project. I think he puts on his best vocal performance on it. I think it's got a lot of falsetto, and I think that's where George is the most successful, is when he uses falsetto voice. I think his full voice still needs a lot of work, but he sort of perfected that falsetto with these sort of slow, lo-fi piano R&B tracks. I like the beautiful little jazz melodies on the piano on this track. The super lo-fi drum loop. I like how the drum loop, like it uses snares and claps. Like there's not really like a hi-hat or anything, and it's really interesting sounding. Like you can't really like pinpoint exactly what you're hearing. And then he adds like a lot of textures in there too, like some like water running and stuff, just to create this really like serene, peaceful, somber environment. So then moving on to Pills. I think Pills and Demons is sort of like the weakest point of this project. I think you should stick, and I know like saying that a 3-minute song is kind of too long is sort of weird, but we are in a weird age, especially with all this these like 1-minute trap songs coming out and things like that. But I don't know, his songs don't tend to they're not long-winded enough to be I think like over 3 minutes. And I think Pills and Demons are right around 3 minutes, but I think later on in the album where he's right around like 2:20, I think that's perfect for him. But so Pills, I love the dynamic here. A lot of these songs don't have much dynamic. It's sort of just like somber and quiet and sad, just kind of the whole time, and keeps sort of the same volume throughout the thing, just sort of really mellow and calm. Where Pills, there's a nice growth to it. There's structure. I think the biggest critique of this EP as a whole is the song structure. Some of them just don't really have that much structure. It's kind of hard to pinpoint exactly like where you are in the song, which can be good, but I don't think in this case. The beat gets a little awkward in this song. There's a spot where it hits the big climactic part, and it almost sounds like I know it's just like a drum sample, but it sounds like it's like they messed up, like there's an out of place snare. It's I don't know, and then it just sounds a little off for a second. Probably my least favorite track, either that or Demons from this project. So I guess moving right on to Demons, I like the sampled lowered voices in this beat. I think it's something that because the whole all the beats in this are just sort of they're either these these jazzy pianos, or they're like these really quiet guitars over the super lo-fi drums. Demons also sort of has a boring vocal performance, I think. And not to say, I mean, it's not, you know, none of these songs are supposed to be super exciting or anything, but it's just sort of bland. I think because you go back to like a track like Will He, where I think there's some beautiful melodies in there. And I think he has these beautiful falsetto parts, and it just doesn't come through in Demons or Pills really. Window though, Window is another track that I really love. I just love it. It's upbeat compared to the other songs. It's a little bit quicker tempo, and the chorus is incredibly catchy. It's an earworm. It's short, sweet. Bitter Fuck is my favorite track. The lo-fi drums is just they're amazing. I like because a lot of this record is all sort of like jazzy piano, where this song brings in like a guitar. I wish the guitar had a better tone. It almost just sounds like an electric guitar without going through like an amplifier. I don't know, it might just be an acoustic guitar, but it sort of sounds like they just plugged an electric guitar right into it and didn't like run it through an amp or anything, and are just like recording a raw electric guitar tone. But I don't think it's not enough to like ruin the track or anything. It's still, like I said, it's probably my favorite. Maybe between that and Will He, it's climactic. It's got more dynamics than anything else on the record. It's got more like ups and downs. Where most of these tracks are sort of just straight through. This song has a definite feel of structure that I think that's sort of what makes it the most solid track and the most likable track for most people, because it has a clear structure. You feel the choruses, you feel the verses, you feel it. Where a lot of these songs you're just kind of lost in it, which is okay. But you do need that structure still. And then the last track in this thing, I don't really I don't know if that's just Joji, you know, George being George. I don't know, putting like an interlude at the end, but it's a cool track. The album might have done fine without it, or the EP. Yeah, I don't really have much to say on that one. It's a pretty little end track. I don't quite understand what he was trying to do with that one. Like I said, I don't know if it's just George being George by putting an interlude as the last track, but it's still good. And so all in all, I think this is better than anything. I think this is showing that he can be serious, that Joji can be taken seriously. Because I know he said in the past in interviews and stuff that he sort of wants to use his Filthy Frank platform and his Pink Eye platform to springboard his serious music, as he says, because that's sort of what he wants to do from now on. And I think this is a good start. I think this proves that he can do it. You know, it came out at midnight. I was listening to it last night. I listened to it probably 4 or 5 times last night, and I kept thinking, you know, it was good, but it wasn't anything great. I was probably gonna give it like a 6. But I've been listening to it all day, and it just keeps growing on me. The more I learn, it's catchy, it's fun, but it's sad, it's somber. I'd have to go. I think I'm gonna give this a strong 7. I'd almost say 8. Like I said, it's changing a lot, because last night I was thinking maybe like a 6, but it's really growing on me. And I know that he has another project coming out soon that I'm really looking forward to. He keeps saying it's gonna be sooner than you think. So maybe we'll get an album, a mixtape. I'd like something more than this EP. I'd like something maybe even like a little more serious. But yeah, I'm feeling a strong 7 on this. It's a great start for him as a serious musician. So let me know what your thoughts are on this project in the comments below. Leave a like if you like it. Leave a dislike if you didn't. Thank you.